Today I am in our butterfly house and I just got our first shipment of Monarch Caterpillars. Hi, I'm Heidi from Garden Crossings and we are so excited to start off this 2023 season here in our butterfly house. And how we do that is starting off with just itty bitty teeny weeny little caterpillars. So we're going to go ahead and open up this box and show you what we get here. Give us some rearing information on how to raise them and such. And then tucked in this box we get two little boxes, and each of these little boxes have caterpillars that are grown in this little, I don't know, it's a little food substance that they make up for them. And we're going to go and show you just how little these caterpillars are. We'll go in and take a closer look here. And we'll try to see if we can get it even to focus. They're just so small. Let me pop the top a minute. And we'll just let the camera kind of dive in there to just show you how itty bitty these are. They're in their first instar, so they've just really hatched out of their eggs. And because they are so small, I'm going to have to use a little spatula or something to go ahead and get these transported from in these little cups onto the milkweed. So last year in the butterfly house, we had giant Asclepias this time of year, and that's because they did a wonderful job of overwintering here in the greenhouse. This year it got significantly colder and we lost all of our tropical milkweed. So it got so cold that they died and didn't come back this spring. So we've gone through and we've replanted all kinds of milkweed in here. We do both the tropical kind and also the perennial kind, because ideally I want these milkweed to come back year after year, but we know that the tropical milkweed is just a much larger source of food, so that's why we blend them in here as well. When the gardeners were in the butterfly house doing maintenance for this spring, I was noticing little teeny tiny seedlings, and I said, you know what, let's just leave all these little seedlings and we'll let them get a little bit bigger to find out, are they truly Asclepias seedlings or are they weeds? So if we take a look here in the garden, I'm going to try to point these out, see if I can find some. Of course, when you're looking, you can never find them. But yeah, actually right here, we have all these little sprigs coming up, and I'm hopeful that this is all Asclepias that has seeded itself from last summer. So this here, as it grows, will be additional food for these caterpillars. Now, I have Asclepias, like I said, planted here in the landscape, but I want to try to just let that continue to go and grow. So I did bring in flats of Asclepias that we're going to be placing these little caterpillars on, because these flats I can swap in and out of the greenhouse as need be. So if they're going to get hungry and really just deplete my milkweed, I want it to be here in these flats, so that way these can continue to grow. So let's go ahead and start placing these little caterpillars in their new home. All right, so we're going to reach in and we're going to just kind of gently scoop these caterpillars onto the tip of the stake I have. I don't know if you can see I'm kind of wiggling there on the tip a little bit. I'm just going to go ahead and place him, or her, I guess I shouldn't assume, right? There on the leaf. There's a little bit of that, I don't know if it's called auger or what it's called, but I want to see if I can just let it go without it springing forward, because I don't want him to go flying. There we go. So it's kind of just hanging out there on the leaf. It'll get off its food source for travel and hopefully start eating on the plant. Just got to be ever so careful because these guys are just so micro and so minute. There we go. So last year when we got these in, we didn't realize they were going to be so small, so we were trying to do it here with our finger, and that just did not work because of the size of them. So we learned we had to have a little scoop of sorts. So each of these containers holds 5 caterpillars. And I think by placing, I'm going to put 10 of them on these plants here. And I'm hoping that that will be enough food source for them. If not, like I said, we can go into the greenhouse and get more. Now this one here doesn't look so promising. He's kind of black, so he might not even be alive. Yeah, I'm not seeing any movement on that one, so this one doesn't look like it made it. So before I throw these cups away though, I'm gonna just let them kind of sit because I want to make sure that we got all of them out of here, obviously. So maybe they'll be moving around a little bit and I'll come back and check them out. So it'll be about 2 weeks or so, I'm thinking. Oh, he's stuck on a string. 2 weeks or so, I'm thinking, before they will be to their point of going to a chrysalis. So we'll see how that goes. There's another little one here. Just got to be so careful because they're just so fragile. I got to try getting some of that stuff off. Goodness, there we go. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and continue to be placing these caterpillars on all the milkweed out here in the greenhouse. We'll be sure to keep you updated as they continue to grow. In the meantime, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. I'm Heidi from Garden Crossings.